Join us on a recon mission as we head off to check out some new campgrounds. We head to the tippy top of Barrington, then shoot up the coast to Kew and back inland to finally check out Swans Crossing. From rolling hills and gorgeous farmlands to stunning mountain views and an epic swimming hole, this is something you won't want to miss.
Hey guys, we've just arrived in Scone on our way up to the top of Barrington. We'll just stop for a bit of lunch and then we're going to head up the mountain. First stop is the Firs on the way to Little Murray Campground.
From Scone we headed out through Gundy, then Moonan Flat and Moonan Brook all the way up the mountain until we got to the Dingo Gate. The road we are on is the Barrington Tops Forest Road. It does start as Gundy Road down in Scone and then goes into Hunter Road, then Moonan Brook Road before changing into the Barrington Tops Road, but as you can see, it's just one road all the way up. This road was closed for quite a while up the top due to landslides, but it's back open and you get a nice clear run all the way up the mountain. It does get quite windy and there are signs stating that it's not suitable for caravans, so just keep that in mind if you're planning on heading up to the top of Barrington this way. This is some absolutely beautiful country to drive through, and as you climb the mountain, the views just get better and better. Like, just check this out. It's absolutely stunning. Once you're through the Dingo Gate, you're pretty close to being at the top of the mountain, and you definitely get the feeling of being more in the bush. Not too far in, it gets pretty dense pretty quickly as we get to our first stop of the Barrington Tops, which is definitely a must-see.
We've just arrived up at the Firs, dropped from 26 degrees down to 17 and have a go of this. Incredible. This is eerie.
It really is, isn't it? It's so cold in here too. And this one we've heard about and we've watched, but you have to see it for yourself to really understand what another world it feels like.
It's like something out of a bloody horror movie. All the hills have eyes.
It's wild.
Imagine camping here all night just hearing creak, creak, creak.
No, it would be crazy. And then just back to the Great Aussie Bush. Crazy. From the Firs, we got back on the road and headed towards Pole Blue. We just went in here for a quick little drive around to check out the campground, but we didn't really stop here very long because we wanted to keep on trucking to get down to Little Murray's. To get down to Little Murray's, we turned off Barrington Tops Forest Road onto Barrington Trail. This road is quite a bumpy road, it's not a graded road, as you can see, but this trail will take you all the way down to the campground. When we got down to Little Murray's, it was unfortunately closed, which there are signs saying it's normally closed from the 1st of May until October, so we thought being end of April we would still be all good. But we have had a lot of rain, so that's probably why it was closed early. We decided while we were down there to keep following the track, which from this point changes into the Junction Pools Trail, which will take you all the way down to the Junction Pools. From the point of Little Murray's down to the Junction Pools, you're not able to take your camper trailer, so if you are wanting to camp down there, it's a rooftop tent, swag, tent kind of deal, and it's not the biggest area to camp, but as you can see, it is very beautiful.
Righto guys, well here we are in Pole Blue, very tippy top of Barrington Tops, 1500 metres above sea level. It's not where we planned on camping, but we drove 5.8 k's down into Little Murray and that was closed, so we went another 8.5 k's down to Junction Pools through a shitload of mud, and that was just a slosh pit, so we turned around and come back here. So, but it's not too bad if you ask me.
Gone back to our basic setup for the weekend because we're on a recon mission this weekend. So back to swagging it. Quite a few campgrounds up here. We managed to snag one up the top. This is the result of the trip down to Little Murray and the Junction Pools. So the new gurney will get to have a go when Mick gets home.
Yeah, I've got a job to do tomorrow or Sunday when we get home.
So if you had an idea that you thought you could take a non-four-wheel drive down there, you cannot. There's some toilets just over there, not too far away. It's kind of in the centre of being down the bottom and up the top. But lots of little fire pits. We brought our own little guy along. Frugs.
Good thing we had it because everything's just wet. But these all swing around over the top of the campsite.
And just take your rubbish with you guys.
Yeah, that's not ours, but we'll be taking it with us.
But every campsite has its own little barbecue plate and Heaps of sticks and stuff to start your fire. Beautiful spot. On a scale of hot to deathly cold, it is 4:52 p.m. in April, and it's tights and trackies and boots and socks o'clock already.
It's 11 degrees.
It's chilly. Camp in a lot of free camp kind of bush places, and not a lot of people say much about the toilets. So here at Pole Blue we've got some long drops, but in terms of long drops they're not too bad. Nice and clean. You've got your own, got lots of toilet paper here, not too stinky. This is what a long drop is. Pretty good in terms of long drops, pretty clean. This one's up the top, and then there's another one all the way down over there somewhere that's kind of built up off the ground a bit. Any long drop you use will have a little thing on what kind of long drop it is, but lots of them are these hybrid ones now. And I would recommend take your own toilet paper, even though this got some, especially on busy times, it runs out very quickly. Day 2, we have had brekkie, packed up, headed out of Pole Blue. We are back on the Barrington Tops Forest Road, heading out towards the Gloucester side of the mountain. As you can see, the fog and cloud are pretty thick this morning. We're going to try and see if we can check out a lookout on the way through, see if we can't see anything through this cloud. We came in here, all along this one. You come through the Dingo Gate, stopped in at the Firs, stopped in at Pole Blue, came up to here, we came all the way down here. This is where we were trying to stay, but it's closed already. So 1st of May to October it's closed, but it's closed a week early. Came all the way down here to Junction Pools. Very, very small. If you can't take a camper trailer or anything down there. Then we came all the way back up here, came back to Pole Blue to stay, and now we're on our way out. We're at Devil's Hole Lookout, so we're going to go take a look.
Holy hell.
Now,
Like looking at a white sheet.
we picked a day, but we can see a cloud.
Hey, pretty good lookout. Look at all you can see.
But on a day where there's no cloud, I'm sure it is beautiful. After Devil's Hole Lookout, we're back on the road and headed down the mountain. We're still on Barrington Tops Forest Road, which then turns into Scone Road, and this took us down through Cobark and through the town of Barrington. The road then turns into Thunderbolt's Way, which then took us through to Gloucester. Like the road on our way up, the name changes, but we just followed the same road all the way through to Gloucester. After a quick little stop in Gloucester, we continued on out through Nabiac, where we jumped on to the Pacific Highway and continued on through to Kew. So we've just turned off the Pacific Highway at Kew.
and you drive through the little town, turn left at the roundabout if you're heading north, and it's about 20 k's out the back of Kew to Swans Crossing.
From Kew, we drove out through Kendall until we got to Upsales Creek Road, where we turned right and followed the signs into Swans Crossing. It is very well signposted, so nice and easy to find. It does turn into a dirt road partway in, but it's a very well kept road and a really easy drive. Once we got into the campground, we did a little drive around to check it all out before finding our spot and setting up for the night. Black frying pan, it's got the little plate. We're going to be putting some coals on there, cooking a camp oven, using food again. Same setup that we had up at Barrington. But this place, a few people around, not too many. Not bad for a long weekend. Hey babe.
Bloody top spot, I thought it'd be busier. Obviously it's a hidden gem, so shh, don't tell anyone.
But we've got a new little baby camp oven to try. We'll cook a potato bake and some lamb chops in a little bit. We'll show you what we do. It's a new little camp oven we've got. We have our big giant one that we use for dampers and stews and all that kind of stuff. This little guy we found, and we're going to give him a whirl tonight. Making a potato bake. Also be good for a tiny little damper if you're not feeding too many people. Comes pre-seasoned. We'll let you know how it goes. For tonight's camp oven dinner, we're throwing together a potato bake. So just like at home when I do anything like this, dicing everything up, getting it ready before I throw it together, so it's just easy once I'm ready to go. So just dice up some onion and bacon. I then will spray the camp oven with some oil, even though it is pre-seasoned, just to make sure it doesn't all stick as it cooks. We always do this when we cook with the camp oven, just re-oil it even though it is seasoned. Once you've done that, slice up the potatoes and then just start layering it all together. As you can see, she's nice and full, but it will sink down as it cooks. I then just took a couple of these sachets, mixed them up with some milk, then pour this mix over your potatoes. I mixed up 2 sachets for this potato bake, and as you can see, the potatoes aren't completely covered, but as I said, they will sink down as they cook, and that juice will cover all of them. Then after this, it's just lid on and off to the campfire to start the cooking process. Because this campground has these plates and arms, we were able to use this when cooking the potato bake. So to start the process, we actually had the camp oven hanging on the arm close to the fire, which heated her up. And now we're getting the real cooking started. So we loaded the plate up with a good pile of coals, swung the arm back to be hanging the camp oven over the top of this, then load the top up with some coals, sit back and wait for the magic to happen.
You ready for cheese?
Do you want to hold this so I can put cheese?
Yeah. Bit of cheese on top. Bit of cheese, if you please. Beautiful. Look at that. I don't know what the poor people are having for dinner, but we're having this. Excellent.
Back on for the cheesy to melt.
I'll put a little bit more progress on top. Oh yeah, baby. Now we're cooking with coals.
And now we wait.
10 minutes.
Alright, moment of truth. We came inside because of the rain.
Oh, yeah, baby. That is incredible. There's a little bit of nature in there, but that's okay. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Now for some lamb chops and dinner will be done. Okay, Swans Crossing. Another long drop campground. These are pretty good. There's 2 in the area that I can see. So there's this one here that's got 2 and 1 over there. Massive big area to camp, and the swimming hole's just over there. This is another self-composting one. Make sure you close the lid. Again, has toilet paper. Bring your own just in case. Every single toilet will have something about what to do. So this one, don't empty your stuff in here. It's a good bacteria, kind of does its own thing, and definitely keep the lid closed. Keep out the stink for everybody. It's our first time here, but we'll definitely be bringing the kids back. Now, in most state forest kind of campgrounds you'll find, they'll actually put these bins around, especially during holiday periods and long weekends and stuff. So this place is absolutely gorgeous, and to keep it gorgeous, it requires everybody to do their bit. So if you have the capacity to bring it in, you have the capacity to take it out. So everything that comes with you, take it away with you. Like, surely you can't have that much that you can't put it in that. All packed up. The obligatory walk around to check nothing's left behind. Ooh. Now we're going to head down for a swim before we go home. So let's go check out the swimming hole. Stairs coming down. Beautiful nice stream. Looks very cold. Nice big swimming area.
Take your breath away.
On a scale of hot to deathly cold, how cold is it?
Oh, well, it's not July cold, but it's cold.
Okay.
Oh, I knew it rains.
And then there's some more swimming area down there. But let's cool off before we gotta go. Got some picnic tables up over here, big lot of picnic tables, and then the other toilets are down here. And for the kids, logging train that you could come and play on. So ropes to climb around in. Some poles. Some little climbing stuff on them. Nice little fun for the kids. Some more bins up in there. Just listen.
And just like that, our recon mission is over and it's time to head home. Whilst we didn't get to stay at Little Murray's like we planned, we would definitely be coming back to check that one out. So if you're keen to see that and some other adventures we have coming up real soon, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Remember, adventure doesn't wait, and neither should you. So until next time, don't just count your chickens, chase them.